when he said, I've met Ghost Lady before and I understand why she's a ghost lady. That's a fucking low blow.
Oh, it's terrible, bro. That's painful.
That's a fucking low blow.
Did he say that?
Yes. And for me, it sounds like he doesn't have anything else on MacG.
To say, yeah, practically.
Or maybe he's
does not
just
have anything
really deep.
else.
Guys, let me tell you something. Deeply hurt.
Yeah,
Let me tell you, guys,
You're
there
being
is
hurt
nothing.
by someone else, though.
There is nothing.
You're beating on somebody else.
There is nothing as dangerous as being hurt by someone and not knowing, because you can't humiliate MacG. That's a sad thing.
But the reason South Africa seems like they second, né, is we are diverse.
Yeah.
Nigerians specialize in certain aspects. Like you see, when it comes to music, né, their music is not as broad as our music is. Né? When it comes to their movies, they only do drama. Well, now we have horror, we have action, we have we are diverse. Né? But not especially, even when it comes to sports, they dominate when it comes to soccer. But now we dominate in cricket, in rugby, in swimming, in netball. So
for me, you can't just put everything in one album. There's so many features in that album, and so many of them are dope. But so many of them are dead and buried in that album because a lot of people are not gonna get to track number 29.
Yeah, because you're gonna get bored of the
It's a
first.
wasted feature of a fucking dope song. So
The actual video where she was just talking about how South African women are getting paid to get foreign national men citizenship, and I think it's something that we've just been struggling with for the longest of fucking time.
basically saying they cheap.
Sure. Well, that's as cheap as an understatement. But anyway.
So we were actually singing along to a nice audio. Which one is it?
who? You and him?
Yes.
Kagiso singing along. Kagiso singing along.
No.
Am I China?
Yeah, we were singing along.
Kagiso singing along.
Yes. You see the phone? Hey, Pookie. Hey, Dookie. Call on your phone like Pookie. Do you know it?
Which one is that one?
Hey, Dookie. I call on your ex like Pookie. Hey, Dookie. I'll turn on to that Susie. You don't know it?
Never.
You don't know? Do you not know it?
He's already yawning.
Yeah, actually, hey, because if you don't know, hey, Pookie, shout out your ex like who he. If you don't know that, then I'm worried. But anyway, hey, Pookies, welcome to GSL the podcast. My name is Karen Teta, Watunyambo Somuhle, the uncle from the ghetto, doing big things in the city. I got the boys to my left, which is going to be your right, got the boy. Oh, Jeezy, so easy. Money's a Hutiona, we call him OG.
Yeah.
How you doing, brother?
Oh, good.
You know, we also call him Mr. 54. Can't get it wrong. And to the right, which is to my right, actually, which is going to be your left, we've got the man who I wish had a less ego. We call him Lesejo. He also goes by the name Lesejo Dope Tunes in the streets. Mr. Pulse waves himself, but also because of his monotonous disrespect, we call him Mr. Zamula.
I mean, it happens sometimes.
Mnandi.
Okay.
Anyatshela. Ahlafela sibuthe ngabe sigcoke yimi yabona ukuthi
Mara mfana bekumele simatch masiwawenze so.
Mention now behind the camera. Speaking of which, behind the camera got the boy.
Yeah.
We call him Batman, and yeah, man. You know, you never ask him for anything, and if you do, he's highly likely to say,
Yeah, man.
"Nah, man." And yeah, but me talk Kagiso, but you know. The only piece you get from me is the broken heart. You're stuck on a 0 point.
Onto him, man.
No, I like how you were anticipating us.
I was waiting for it.
And every time the person goes, huh.
You're probably thinking,
Like, like Karen, you are ruining my reputation. First I say nah to everything. Now it's people's broken hearts. It's just a lot. But man, speaking of which, we also want to welcome the VVIP of every show, which is you.
Soldier Boy Turner.
You. We should actually keep it like that. It's so dope. I think it's fresh. I think it's so dope. But yeah, don't forget to comment, share, like, subscribe, tell another friend to tell another friend to hit the notification bell so you can hear us coming down the street. And then in case they don't know who we are, you tell them, give one wow. Hey, mama. That's right. Let it go. Let it sing. Get down. Yeah, when are you a vibe? When I'm going to Magubin Jalo with you. Speaking of which, I think they're getting the alcohol back on the 2nd of September. Speaking of getting things back, we are actually
Why?
literally just after friend. Hello. I want to like a little.
He's watching porn, that one.
Okay, so the reason why I asked you guys on Chapel
You must take a mic away from
it's Wednesday today, but on Monday, it was my first featured role on like the Bonang's Bedazzled on SABC3. So I was hosting the Bonang Matiba Luncheon for the bursary girls because I'm also a BMF girl, which is the Bonang Matiba Foundation girl. So I hosted that, and it was like, I didn't.
Shit.
You know,
That is
but like,
beautiful, man.
Yeah, so I hosted that. And also I'm so excited because that was so cool for me because I've been on every single, and to be able to say this is insane. I've been on every single reality show she's had. From beginning till the most recent, right?
the beginning.
Yes.
Nakwetala.
Yes, I'm on episode 1 of her first ever reality show. That's where we met.
Oh shit.
So to be hosting something similar to episode 1 7 years later is insane. So, you know, I actually for the first time was a part of the reality show. So I mean, like I was mic'd. I was like proper like girl, you understand? It was like a dope experience. Also, but like for me, it's nerve-wracking. I think being on TV for like, cause like reality TV, you gotta act like you're aware that the cameras are there. And I don't think I'm used to that because if you're a presenter, you love to embrace the camera. You love to embrace the camera. So the awkward moments where your mic is peeping. Anyway,
I think LSG her editor. Twanta Kenya, another round of applause.
Yeah, but speaking of a round of applause, guys, let's do the right thing. Before we go any further, because we're about to go into everything that's to do this week, we've crowned a brand new Miss South Africa. Shout out to Mia, you know.
Oh, why you crowned brand new Miss South Africa?
Brand new. I like the brand new part.
Yeah, she's just gonna see us clapping. It's fine.
And also, Twanta congratulated Dricus.
Mamel.
Win a champion, what.
Who defended his title?
Okay, let's go. We're not haters.
Yeah, Dricus he's a UFC fighter.
Oh, okay.
So he
Remember
was
we
fighting.
spoke about him
Yeah.
a couple of months
Did
back.
we not do anything good at the Olympics as well?
We did great.
I think we got like a silver for that running guy.
We got gold as well from mistake. We're number 2 in Africa. Number 1 is Kenya with the most medals. Then it's us, South Africa. So yeah, we did quite well in the Olympics.
Be patriotic.
It's great.
Yeah, and also one thing I'd like to add is shout out to the government also because they are moving us from load shedding to load reduction and we think we don't see. So shout out to you for making us false, thinking we wouldn't catch on.
I don't even know that thing. I've never heard it.
Relevant implementer.
Dude, it's already happening. Is it not happening to you guys?
It is happening. I know. It's fucking happening.
No, it's not.
I'm so annoyed of it. Because it's 5 hours, bro.
Horrible.
It's worse than fucking load shedding.
It's fun, literally.
But what is it that you can't do?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Is it the same as load shedding? Like no lights, nothing?
Yeah, but
It's the
now
same thing, but 5 hours,
they
bro.
rebranded it. So what they're doing is basically, you know, like load shedding, you'd have maybe 2-3 hours and stuff like that, depending on whatever's going on.
Yeah.
But like load reduction is like you have it at least once or
A
twice
week, yeah. It's like
once or
mostly. But I hope it's going to be once a week. They're not going to start doing it like twice.
Because literally
times,
it's like
you know?
once a week for 5 hours. Those are the worst 5 hours of your life.
Shit.
And you know, for me, I feel like they like to do things like this to test the waters. And
That's
like,
what I told.
And then because
Yes.
you guys do nothing about it, then they're like,
Yes.
Hey,
You know, that's what I was saying the other day. I can't remember who I was having a conversation with. I told them, you know what, man? They're testing us. They're
Yeah,
waiting.
it's like a guy that
to
cheats
see
on you.
What the fuck we gonna
And
do?
if you cry
and then
and
we're
then
gonna
you
be
say,
quiet.
"Go through it."
They'll be like, nah, we didn't get a heavy
Go Babo
response and
Hector
stuff.
Peterson, Bo Chris Hani, Bo Steve Biko, Barry Pukele. So we have
That thing back in us,
thing,
ne?
yeah, 'cause
Bro, like South
we
Africans are
accept every
fucking
bullshit
dead, bro.
that
And I'm
that's
yo.
coming our way.
It's so sad to see how South Africans are dead. Nkarafana arabana ba struggle.
Just last month, like electricity is so expensive now. Then over and above
People on my
that,
TikTok were going insane about that because I posted a little joke about what I just said on TikTok. My comment section is just filled with people telling me, "1,000 rand, there's like 245 units." I'm like, what?
then on top of that, you're experiencing load reduction, whatever they call it.
Exactly.
That's
Like,
bullshit.
what the fuck
They
are we
always
paying
do
for?
that. They give us electricity for a few weeks, they increase electricity,
And
then after that, boom.
Back to fucking load
And
shedding.
apparently people are saying, "Kita get them takas, right? My 250 units." And then after I do that, I'm takasubuya. The units are going to
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying, how does that even make sense?
How? Yeah, and I'm like,
How does that even fucking make sense? Kucho,
you still it off to steal it from me.
corruption ya Mzansi mfana.
But no, wait. No, actually, I think, let me bring this up before we get into all the other topics, right? With that being said, I want you guys to just give me clarity because this is what I think. So a lot of people will like sometimes pay like prepaid. You see, like especially in the burbs, this scenario I'm specifically making it for the burbs.
Yeah.
If you are buying electricity in the burbs, especially because like a lot of, especially like Momo City, you know, a lot of their tariffs, they make money from those insane tariffs, right? So, and they're very strict. They check if you're like a pensioner, they move you from a bill to prepaid. Right? And then when they move you to prepaid, one thing that I also like realized is that some people, because I even saw this on TikTok, people are saying like, I'm 1,000 rand, but I'm only getting 250 units. Why? Right? And the conversation, or in my head, I saw a common thread and conversation going around the comment section that was like, sometimes if you're not paying your rates and taxes and whatever, that's why you get
Nah, bullshit.
really.
I don't think that's
They
the case.
just
How do they
They
measure?
just overcharge us for everything. So depending under which municipality you're in. So some are under City Power, some are under Eskom directly. If you're under Eskom directly, you get more units than City Power. So if, for example,
Really?
like 100 rand, they'll give you 20 units. Then the rest is going basically to them.
Pause. Wait. We need to let that simmer. 100 rand is how many units?
No, it's not the same for everyone. So let's say, West Rand, let's say 100 units, you get 30. 100 rand, you get 30 units.
What?
And in
You don't even get
Ekurhuleni,
half.
Yeah, it's
then
no
in
longer half.
Ekurhuleni, you get, let's say, 10 units. Then let's say,
Let me tell you,
Southside,
this is getting so quick.
Then what's the deciding factor? Because you know how you need, guys, what's that word for it? To have something that is, you know how any system,
Yeah.
you need to have governance in place that will keep prices from being irregular. There's a word that describes that.
I don't know what governs.
There's a word like that says like there needs to be like some sort of like a standard rate. Like how do we know how they're charging? Because if for Brand Fisher, 100 rand for the units they get example maybe.
And you know what's also fucked up? The other fucked up thing is that
You know what's what?
if you fucked up,
It's 50 for.
I knew it. I didn't want this to be repeated because I was like, it's going to spark some things in the heads.
Sorry,
so
Joey.
the other thing that is messed up is
Thank you.
Now it's even funnier because you're trying to hide it.
the other thing that's messed up is that if let's say when in a month you use 3,000 worth of electricity and you buy 3,000 worth of electricity, it will go faster than when you're buying in small quantities. So
Hey,
they can see that, okay, when are you buying
can
large
afford,
units,
yeah.
you can afford.
Yeah.
So that means we're going to chow more of your
Yeah, that's
electricity.
bullshit, bro. That's ridiculous. Because sometimes you're working on a fucking budget. You don't want to be, constantly getting maybe 100 rands,
replenishing
100
and stuff,
100
exactly.
rands. You're just thinking, okay, fine, electricity, 1,000 whatever, boom. You
Come
wanna
at
put
me,
all
I'm
of it
sorted.
on top.
Mara, utshola mhlaka don't feel like about 25 instead of feel like about 1 or a couple of them and the way it's used to, and you're just like, What is going on now?
That's why I get on fine.
I'm actually so glad we spoke about this because it's actually such a big issue in our
It is
country.
an issue.
I never really realized until it's currently like literally if you check my TikTok comments, everyone is insane.
I think it's time
They're
we
literally
take
even
a
just
stance
talking to
again.
each other, going crazy about electricity. And I think since we're the street squad, you know, we gotta talk
It's
about what's
awfully
spoken about in
quiet.
the
I
street.
think
No.
yeah,
I get corruption, bro.
I don't know what you guys are doing about.
When you talk, you know, facts that are affecting
I don't know
people.
what you guys are doing about. I'm preaching. I don't know what you're doing about.
Thank you. Thank you, Jack.
Why?
I'm not affected.
Wow, that's fun, baby. How tell me the problem to you?
Corruption, ANC, into it.
I don't know what to come.
Isn't just how easy, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Anyway, there's a lot we gotta be talking about this week. I'm not gonna even dwell on it. I really may I ask you guys to forfeit the Chidema topic? Can we please not?
Okay, it's fine.
It's fine.
But
There we go. He says it's fine, but and then he goes
can we
into-
give a round of applause for Kelvin Momo Buffett? He did exceptionally
Can we
well
talk about that? It's
on,
like a
on his album.
30 track thing. What's going on? I need because I saw someone saying on TikTok, you know, TikTok is just really silly. Someone on TikTok was like, Kelvin Momo dropped an album, and then the next day you're giving us a review. We're not childish, you. Because when Kelvin Momo drops, you need like 2 months. to let it
sink
We're not
in.
really one of my favorite tracks.
Yeah.
Nah. Shout out to Manana. Manana also dropped an album.
But what I want to know is that what is the? I've not really gone into checking
I don't
out.
even understand this
But
Kelvin Momo.
what I wanted to know, what is the duration of,
Kelvin Momo.
or the average duration of a track
You hate
in that album?
Average duration.
The average duration of a track. In
Yeah,
that
5,
piano,
6
like,
minutes.
no, like in that particular
minutes,
album.
minutes.
Yeah, I was like
He's saying
maybe
average duration.
Yeah.
So it's
maybe
about
6 minutes 30 seconds.
Okay. So
That's
that's
an
the
average.
Round up to
average.
the nearest, that's like 7
Okay.
minutes, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's how valid.
But I don't know how true
I
it
just
is.
feel like-
Apparently, he's the third artist in South Africa to get 1 million streams in a day.
I
For
can
an
believe
album-
that. He's got a crowd following. I can believe that.
No, but he. Yeah,
On the
he-
day of
he-
dropping.
Yeah.
He's, yeah. I think when he got in,
Sorry, guys.
bamunganya.
Yes?
Like bamuratile, like baratile.
I don't know why my phone is buzzing.
He's the one about my piano went to private school. Kelvin Momo.
Oh, okay.
He does that.
That's what I was
that
gonna
good.
say. Khobare, isn't it that guy with piano in private school? Because
Yeah.
that's what I know.
Is that good?
You were
No,
saying
he's
shout out
very
to him for?
No, I just
I
wanted.
probably heard like
dropping the album,
Since
right?
we're giving
a track or two.
Flowers.
South Africans their flowers and giving them a round of applause, I was thinking.
What is your
he's one of-
review though? We need to hear your review.
Mine, I haven't
I haven't
listened
gone
to the whole
into
album,
listening to it
but
either.
the few tracks
So
that I've
far,
listened
how
to,
is it sounding?
I'm loving it, dog. He's. I know his one is not to go the traditional route, where if no like 3-step is booming and he's not gonna say, fuck, let me ride that wave as well. Nah, he's a true artist.
He's dedicated.
Yeah, he's a true artist. So basically, he's gonna say, you know what, this is what I feel like doing. I'm gonna release it, and because it's that good, it doesn't matter that it's something that's trending or not. It's gonna blow people's minds off.
I can counter argue that because when I was listening to the album, I thought
I thought she was getting impatient.
I thought you were saying, "Here we go again." I can,
That sign, eh?
yeah, like I can counter argue the shifting and not shifting to another genre because when I was listening to the album, he's also exploring with the sound. Yabo, you see the tribal spiritual sound.
Yeah, the jazz, the
Yeah,
fusion.
the one Yabo Kabza.
Yeah, Kabza, the recent Kabza one, yeah.
Yeah. So he's also exploring with that sound. You know my problem with that album, ne? My
You
problem.
already have a problem and it's just dropped.
Yeah. My problem with that album is that it is not structured the way it's supposed to be structured.
Taki. What do you expect?
Izinja zama-PhD
Izinja
yomculo.
zama-1 izinja se-pulse wave, boss. Khuluma i-DJ yinye uzozwa.
The structure of the
Ngiyabona yizwa, yini le?
Trying to speak Zulu.
You know what? That was pretty fucked up. What? The nigga used a rule. What?
And you thought you were not gonna hear.
That was terrible. Yeah, I thought it'd pass. I can't remember.
And it would have passed if Karen started getting into it.
Exactly, bruh.
I think I'm a bit too attentive today.
So I have a problem with the structure of the album, right? I do understand that probably in the first half of the album he's exploring with that sound, and then maybe the bottom half it's the Kelvin Momo that all of us know, right? For me, it does not make any sense for you to drop an album with so many tracks, dog. Number one.
It's 30, ne?
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna comment
It
on that.
does
as
not
well.
make any sense.
Granted that.
DJ Clock led and Killer Tuna there.
Mamela, let me cook.
How long ago was that?
Yeah.
What's about DJ Lock hasn't been relevant in so many years.
No, that's why I get it. It was quite a while ago.
Because I can't. Sometimes what artists do. This is my
Disc one,
yeah.
disc two.
Yeah.
before Oku Kanencha.
Sure.
I wrote this step. It's that thing where they've had so many projects that are parked, ne? And if more years go by, they will be irrelevant.
Irrelevant, no.
So they just put all of them in one project.
Mara, you see that?
But the problem is that album, dog, the bottom half of it, it's fucking dope. Ne? I don't like the first part of the album or the first part of it, right?
You feel like he's mimicking in the first part.
It's, for me, that album sounds like, okay, I've got these tracks and these tracks, so I'm just gonna put everything in one. An album needs to make sense, number one.
And quality TV.
It is quality.
It is quality.
But
quality
if you're
is
saying-
quality,
No, I'm saying-
right? But for me, he was
At
supposed
least you about the issue, it's a story. Like from track
It
1
needs to
if
make
you're
sense,
away, it's a
dog.
story.
Yeah.
for
But
me.
if it doesn't make sense, then there is an element of quality that is compromised. That's what I'm saying.
Maybe yes, definitely. For me, he could have dropped half of the tracks maybe earlier on in the year because the year just started, and then the songs that we know and they need to carry us to December, then he drops them now. He was supposed to do that, and also for me, you can't just put everything in one album. There's so many features in that album, and so many of them are dope. But so many of them are dead and buried in that album because a lot of people are not gonna get to track number 29.
Yeah, because you're gonna get bored
So now
of the
it's a
first.
wasted feature
Yeah.
of a fucking dope song. So for
Can I
me,
interject, even though I know I have no grounds
Yes,
to say
yes,
this?
you can.
I'm just going to add it so you can continue. I really feel like what I've realized about albums is that great songs usually stand out. So I don't think you really need to, because for example, songs that are like really appealing to people, that are like really dope, people play them and use them on their stories so much or on TikTok, and then they get traction. That's all I wanted to say.
I guess
because
that's how they
an
would get
album probably has like 14 tracks, 15 tracks. So there's very few songs that you need to choose. Or all of us are gonna maybe gravitate to the same song because it's such a small album. On this one, dog, I can tell you right now, everyone has his own favorite.
Okay. So you feel like it's killing the impact because there's too much to choose
It's
from.
there's
Yeah.
too many dope songs that are going to be dead and buried in that album, and people are not even going to pay much attention to them because sometimes you get put off when you're listening to an album. You don't like the first 5 tracks, so you like fuck it.
Yeah, that's what I'm
not gonna
saying.
listen
See,
to
I know
the
what's
rest of
gonna-
it.
the
That
rest of
time
it is
there's
not gonna be as
bangers
good.
there at the
Gila, man.
bottom.
Yeah, true.
One.
It's like
So-
that song you always skip, and then it's like yo.
So
get you.
that's
That's
the problem that I have with the album. Otherwise,
But you don't have a problem with the art that is released.
no.
It's just it's too compacted.
it's gimmicks masala, man, and it's
Culture.
also I think the problem
Chakantu.
is lack of management.
But he did
Because
complain
me-
about Kabza Hore. Kabza, he wasn't doing him right.
Because manager ki babala mene ki media.
Shit.
So he
But isn't it the also Fort Lee Piano Hub?
I don't know. I think he was fighting with the business, maybe not with Gaza.
Not
specifically.
Kabza. That's why I came Piano Hub. I can rectify. I know.
Yeah. But hey, man, he needs to be. I know. These people, they always have many tracks, and they're trying to release all of them because they're not going to be
But
relevant.
they spend a lot of
their
time in the studio.
They do.
Yeah.
And they always
their
making
livelihood.
music.
If you consider the 9 to 5, imagine how many hours.
I also saw a girl on TikTok saying, she did a song with Kelvin Momo, and she's surprised the song is not on the album. Dog, you can imagine if your song is left out, how many tracks that nigga has.
Yes, yeah.
And you should be happy.
At 2,000.
That's probably
Because
like
you
just
open
a
up back
posting.
in the late 2000s, maybe Boma 2012, 2011, had documentary of Wheezy in it. I think he had a card of 3. Or well before that even. He had over 1,000 tracks unreleased. And I don't think he had intentions of
Chris
releasing.
Brown said the same thing.
Yeah.
1,000 is a lot, bro.
It is.
Chris Brown said the same thing literally like 3 months back.
Like, that's why the album, the reason it will take long is not necessarily they're still cooking up the material. Material it out.
It's a selection.
Which song is gonna make it, which song won't make it. And I don't think that song is just of him. No, when I tell you they have, let's say, easy,
yeah.
But they're gonna say, okay, this one, nah. As LSG Archori, if he structured it and released 2 albums, then let's who did 30. Or maybe even
Which
a
is
larger
the first,
pool of
which is the
100.
second song, yeah.
And choose between, okay, which songs will make it on this album, which songs will make it on this album.
That's true. If maybe you've got a lot of tracks in your computer or in your whatever drive, just maybe plan your year and say, okay, I'm gonna drop 3 albums.
You're a friend.
Yeah.
There's an artist, I think Kanye or Sway Lee, where they still
Those are top
laptop high.
EPs.
And he was like,
maybe.
he wants to pay them, I think, 100 grand. And he's like, not because of the laptop, but the contents that are inside the laptop.
Yeah.
Which was the songs they and at the end.
They always do. Lee Tira did the same thing a few months back. I remember a couple of years back, Lee Nasty C had the same thing happen. Whenever they break into the studio and they steal the laptop, there's going to be a reward. They just say, okay, bring the
But
laptop.
also, why don't you back up your work in different places?
Yeah, I don't know how they
I
move
think
it.
I know my next job.
And we're speaking about heisting, ne?
Yeah.
Now we know we must steal.
Muki go exposure today.
Or a heist theater, mama. Our next job or a heist with alang.
Buaka. Ota chiga no abuya ka bridge up trakas. Iska tiada.
And uton latela mapones. Now Eskom is gonna be knocking at my door.
They have to find you first.
They're probably gonna find me.
I guess so. That's it. Neki music, you know.
Imagine if you to L-Tido.
Before you continue, ne, I just wanna say this. I'm just gonna go back to Dricus just a bit, right?
Dricus, the man of the
Right.
of the moment.
The rivalry between Nigeria and South Africa, obviously, it continued because it was South Africa versus Nigeria.
Okay,
Right.
before we go
On
into
the
the
fight.
L-Tido thing, let's make context for those who don't understand.
Oh,
ne?
yes.
So Dricus until statement, he is the best African fighter. But there was that other guy, man.
Isn't Baby Jake Matlala the best?
Nah, Babuaga UFC.
That's boxing. UFC is
So there was
fighting.
those 2 fighters, man.
Which ones?
Those ones that went overseas. I can't get Dricus. Dricus is the only one that stayed in Africa. Again.
Yeah. He's the only
Is
one.
there more money overseas?
So Dricus Israel.
I think maybe there's better teams that side.
Dricus versus Israel. Ne? Then there was another one. Who's that guy? I forgot him. But he's in the heavyweight division. So they went overseas. Like Israel and that other guy, they went overseas. They were born, if I'm not mistaken, I'm under correction. They were born in Africa, but as time went, they went overseas for better opportunities. Because I think he worked money mining and
So they went overseas for like greener pastures.
for greener pastures.
Okay.
So what Drake is saying, his statement was that I'm the true African champion because I was born and I stayed in Africa. So I didn't go elsewhere to better my skills. I stayed here. And
I
he was
found my
even saying,
country worthy of my talent.
even my training camp and everything is from Africa. So I'm the true African champ. So they look the color of his skin. They're like, you white. The fuck you mean, Nuri?
Yeah.
You are a true African
It's
champ.
always a mind
We
fuck.
black, we black, and we from Africa. We are the African champs. Then that feud started happening, and they're like, you know what? Fuck, let's fight and see who's the true African champ.
Oh,
And he fucking
Israel
won.
is from
Who won?
Nigeria.
Dricus won this morning, dog. This is like
who's
hot
African? Is
news.
he a white boy or a black boy?
He's white boy.
Afrikaner.
He's Africa. Plessis, dog. He filmed this morning.
Plessis. You know about
Plessis,
Plessis.
Did you see Drake? He's always taking off that one. Did you see he bet it again?
450K.
Drake is always taking L's that one. You honor.
It's for the second time they say he's betting against Dricus, and both of the times he lost.
Shit. So he's lost.
Drake rapper.
Drake. Mtrega.
He will always take an L because he's doing BBLs.
Man, don't say that about my guy.
I can't wait to get BBL 3s. Oh, shut up. Also, speaking of which, he took out a new love song with that boy, with that emo boy. Oh, Drake is back, guys. I'm so sorry.
Give me BBL.
So what I wanted to say now, where I was going with,
Sorry, Drake. I'm a huge fan.
where I was going, Drake Elena needs to do better. I mean, twice now, Dricus.
Nah,
fucking
he
taking
maybe
the
has
money.
a thing against South Africa. Kappa, is it a thing against
Nah,
Dricus being
they
white?
love Nigerian. You know, people from overseas and the artists, they love Nigerians. We are coming. We are here.
We're not con artists, that's why.
Shit.
Okay, I'm sorry. Maybe I was not supposed to say that. Fuck it.
Yeah. Aye.
So what if Israeli is going with G's and
Today
analogy?
is a telecom
And you know what?
knockout.
Let's knock Breezy about his money and let me throw it in jail. I'm not saying that's the case, but I'm just going with
The other thing I wanted
G's
to
and
say,
analogy.
with this Dricus thing and what. If we look into the last probably a year, South Africa has been on a winning streak, guys.
But South Africa has
Internationally.
always been like that. Man.
Nah,
naturally
dog, but
like
this past year, dog, it's even been
Better.
Mfana, Springboks World Cup, Tyler is
South
beating
Africa
all of
is
these
that
niggas.
person or is that African child that she thinks she is. South Africa has always been winning.
Nah,
dog.
not at this rate, dog. We've never beaten. It's twice now, probably 3 times. I'm missing the other times, but it's twice now we've beaten Nigeria at when we go head to head with them. It started with Tyler because she took all of
Look,
those
if you look
hours
at
last year, right?
entertainment wise, never mind movies, music as well. I mean, South Africa was the first to win a Grammy. Black numbers, but I'm saying is,
those ones. We're talking about recent. We're coming back to
but
those
what I'm
times.
saying is, South Africa has always been that child she thinks
No,
she is.
it's recent, my nigga. What I'm trying to say is recently we are now we're going back to the Huma Sigela Miriam Makeba times.
We've always been.
But it's naturally.
You know where I think South Africa seems like.
Mfana, now we are breathing on the neck of Nigeria.
I'm saying it's always
Sorry,
been.
Nigeria, but we are.
We're not
But have they been
xenophobic.
better?
We're not
No, they
xenophobic.
were winning everything.
No, what were they winning?
Mfana, they've always
Time
beaten
to
us.
put my statement. Say we're not xenophobic before
No,
you
we're
continue.
definitely not xenophobic.
No, we're not.
beating you.
Hold on, no, we're not. With some arrogance.
But Mamela, the reason South Africa seems like they second is we are diverse.
Yeah.
Nigerians specialize in certain aspects. That you see when it comes to music, their music is not as broad as our music is. When it comes to their movies, they only do drama. Well, now we have horror, we have action, we have we are diverse. But that is special. Even when it comes to sports, they dominate when it comes to soccer. When we dominate in cricket, in rugby, in swimming, in netball. So it seems like all the other wins they fruitless, whereas they only focus on a certain
Particular, they specialize in.
something they specialize in.
Jack of all trades is a master of none.
Hey, Baba,
I know.
What I'm saying is all
No,
all
we're
our-
mastering a lot of them now.
Karen, which side are you on, Karen?
We are mastering a lot of them. But what I'm trying to say to you, my nigga, is that we are now we are not being good. We are now starting to get the accolades for for all the
Any and
other
everything.
things that we are actually,
we deserve.
You know? Now we've got a lot of
South
things that we
Africans,
are
the
so-
arrogant that we deserve.
No, but I mean, we're working for it.
I know,
And
we
we've
work.
been
As if
working
the others
for
are
it.
sleeping.
No, I'm just saying. We're working for it.
Anyway,
It's just that I think
you can continue. You can continue with L-Tido there, dog.
Hey, man.
Did we clap for Dricus, man, Buffett?
Yeah?
Yeah, we did in the beginning.
God.
Friend. It's
Shout out
not
to the
you,
poor.
friend. It's the appetizer.
Yeah?
It's the
Kone mama
appetizer.
kaile, usha advert ya ing novie.
Get it.
Check us.
Ke check us.
Yeah.
Guys,
Mo abuang, mo miking, and he's talking, and
Yeah, check us. He's probably gonna get more.
Check us.
I have no idea.
Dricus. DRICU.
Dricus check
So
us.
when are you
Yes.
giving it to me now or later?
What? Oh.
How did we get there? What is it giving?
This is, you know, yeah.
Behave, man. Dricus.
There was no. Wait, he got it. You guys are friending. He's lost. And now it's an awkward
There's a
silence.
reason why he caught on first.
I know, because obviously he's gonna. So this one's like, what's going on? I'm like, so now he's quiet because he wants it. You're quiet because you're shocked. I'm quiet because I'm researching. Because I dropped my bomb and I left. So there's kind of silence in this. And then there's also the silence of someone watching this, like, what the fuck is
Yeah, what the fuck is going on?
What's going on?
I think we should move, man. There's a lot we need to talk about also. Shout out Dricus, I guess.
L-Tido,
Podcast beef. Wait, before we even go into detail, also, if I am being just honest, I don't think we're at a point in our career where we can have podcast beef. Whereas there's going to be a point where it happens. So we need to be very cognizant. You know what I like about life? You don't need to be a witch. You don't need to do anything. Life just works in cycles. You understand what I mean? Mm-hmm. It gives you so whatever we say now, we can watch this 2 years later and be like,
you need to relax.
No, I'm not saying let's be afraid, but you get what I'm saying. If you had listen, guys, you can't take away the point at that, because they are at a point in their career where,
Madam, relax.
but they're at a point in their career where if they say something, it can trend, you know, and having access to that is not easy. So I'm saying the podcast before we even go anywhere, here's my 2 cents. Before we even lay the case, I don't understand why L-Tido
MacG.
make abudiri crocs. Why basa kopi kespa abatole ring pashapani? Because we cannot have men going back and forth.
Don't put in men,
You want
Why are you
someone
putting
that
in
just
men,
said
Jano?
we shouldn't be saying things in what now you are saying this.
Why are you being
I'm saying they shouldn't be going back. I'm not saying Casper.
Mfana,
You're being the opposite of Mrs. Janistic. What?
listen to this. Let me justify why they're having this back and forth, right?
No, don't. Start. Give us ground on how it started and then go there.
That's what he's saying,
I just wanna
madam.
say this to you first,
We're not
and then,
gonna sharp on it.
and then I'm gonna give ground, right?
Okay, sharp.
They're going back and forth. It's because a podcast is like a rapper. You're going to use your tool to do the back and forth thingy. So if you're a rapper, you just going to
banana.
Karen. Come on, Karen. Come on, Karen. Come on, my lady. Come on, my lady. Come on, my lady. Big man. You know, I think we do need something similar.
Karen, did you say you said Kev what?
After this blow, my dog. Excuse the pun.
Wow, this is a cold episode. Chaotic. Yo, what?
Karen.
Sorry, that was a triple entendre.
Karen.
It's not even a double entendre. It's a triple entendre. It was hit after hit after hit. Sorry, I shouldn't have done that.
That's quite a lot. The top one. And you can't have the top one because I'm still using this one.
Maybe you want to turn take.
Yeah, that was actually supposed to be just, you know. We're meant to do this. No,
I'll edit. 5 years later.
Let me do this rather. What's happening, guys? This has never happened on the podcast. I don't know.
What is this? Inali.
Inale wine, way born.
Nah.
No, it's gonna be dope. Trust me.
Nah.
Oh.
Look. The same person who didn't even want it finished it and now is going. Falls.
This actually tastes fucking good, eh?
No, Kagiso is a dope. Guys, let me tell you.
But that thing has a touch of, I don't know, cinnamon or...
Yes, the wine is made out of cinnamon. Oh my god, not us neglecting the street squad. Sorry guys, let's just get these human beings beveraged up. We will not, but if you know, you know, Jorki wine is feeling cinnamon. I read it for advertise. Mara, you know. The girls that know, they know. Yeah, so unfortunately, I never remember. Mara.
They'll figure it out.
Why it's a wine alias cinnamon? Eric is our fella.
Anton.
I really think, friend, please finish up your point. I'm so sorry. It was so rude of me to say it.
You're very rude. What was I saying?
I don't know.
What did you say?
Oh, no, MacG.
I don't need to.
Oh yes, I was still saying to Karen, why men are doing a back and forth. They're using their platforms just like a rapper is going to use a song to do the beef thingy.
Like Dricus in Israel.
Exactly. They used the ring to settle the beef. So they're also using their platforms. Drake and Kendrick, they use their also platforms, which is being a musician, they use songs. That's why. So this thing started with MacG a couple of episodes ago. MacG said, podcaster L-Tido is like your TV.
Yo. Yo.
And that's a blow, dog. Shit. Yo TV, Puaka.
Fana.
You know what played in my head? Ozadi nonke, bangani ozadi nonke. Iska say your TV lenses. Nilili toga ipinifa. Tala umtamtala.
So, and
That's
then
like a blow.
L-Tido responded, right?
But your TV is iconic, so but you
L-Tido responded and said, MacG is a small fish and what.
But he isn't, dog. He hosted the beat.
Nah, he fucking isn't. He fucking isn't, right?
One thing we can say what we want, but MacG is not a small fish.
He's definitely not a small fish.
Come on,
Not even in the world of podcasting in the world.
Hey, Baba.
And then MacG, obviously,
is a big
because
dog.
MacG is a fucking maniac.
We can't
He
use that
actually, he addressed it on the next episode on his podcast, and he was like, L-Tido is getting too excited. And then he called L-Tido's baby mama. And that motherfucker actually
how's
said,
it doing, baby girl? What do you think, my love?
Thandwa Sam.
Thandwa
he
Sam.
always does that. And then he actually said, can you grab a pen and paper? And she actually went to grab a pen and paper because she thought this guy is serious. And then you've got the pen and paper? Yes, I do. Okay, can you please tell him to stop being too excited? And then I don't know what else did he say. And then he said all of that. And then
Called his baby mama.
Nah. I felt so nah, bro, don't do it. That's the only person that can put him in what?
In line.
In line, yeah.
Yeah.
The baby mama felt don't worry, I'll sort him out.
Even worse.
I call that some disrespect.
The baby mama saying, I swear to
That's
God,
the
it's
same.
even whack.
That's what
I'm not saying you're whack, but like
that's fucked
you
up.
help MacG make a point.
and then and then after then this is when now L-Tido dropped an episode this past week, where he had Butle Samuels. So Butle Samuels was serving as an interviewer. So he was saying everything, L-Tido. And then for me it was a low blow because he was now actually going for Ghost Lady. So it felt like she didn't have
He's
anything else.
bruised, so he tried to get the.
Yeah.
Even Saul was busy saying, why are you attacking me? I didn't say shit.
Yes, I've
He's
always
like,
shown you love.
Yeah, so it's like,
So Saul is reiterating to L-Tido, dog. Mina instead ngikhuza lo muntu wena manje
so
sohlasela.
basically,
practically, yeah.
I'm just going on LSG's point is that now L-Tido is going to people that
Has
That had
nothing
nothing to do with
the
this.
beef.
Yeah, this.
It's like no Karen Ankware Belitea. Then if kill Kenya beefing yaka li Karen.
So Kenya le bana ba Korea plus bo papa luna ba cha cheese.
So for me, when he said, I've met Ghost Lady before and I understand why she's a ghost lady. That's a fucking low blow.
It's terrible, bro. That's painful.
That's a fucking low blow.
Did he say that?
Yes. And for me, it sounds like he doesn't have anything else on MacG.
To say, yeah, practically.
Or
He
maybe
does
he's
not
just
have anything
really deep.
else.
Guys, let
Or
me tell you
he's
something.
just-
Deeply hurt.
Yeah,
Let me
but
tell
I mean,
you, guys,
You're
there
being
is
hurt by
nothing.
someone else, though.
There is nothing.
you're bleeding on somebody else.
There's
not
nothing
really.
as dangerous as being hurt by someone and not knowing, because you can't humiliate MacG. That's the sad thing about it,
But
because
he comes from an industry where, like, hip hop is very much a rivalry industry.
Sure.
Or
And he
genre.
has had a couple of beats over the years.
Yeah, so sometimes if
Beef
you
is not
can't win,
roasted.
let it be.
But we eating
You
it.
Don't use other people as collateral, Janu.
you remember there was
I think this thing of MacG calling the baby mama, it's actually that it took him to
yeah, Mzansi.
blew the top
Guys,
after that.
that is the deepest level of,
You know why?
A few moments later.
yeah, let's pick it up, man. So your point?
No, man, I wasn't even actually making a point. What was I saying?
This guy.
No, man, what was I saying?
But I told you not to forget.
No, man, I was just saying, Vele Khore, it felt. It goes back to what Gachiso said the last time. To say, you are the baby mama. You're expected to somehow protect, you know? And fine, whether you guys are still together or not, nah, baby mama will assume they aren't together anymore. So, but this is the father of your children or your child. You get that one? So there should be that element of protection, regardless of whatever bullshit that you guys might have.
No, let
Not
me tell you.
somehow
I
agreed
don't
on
think- I
when
think
you
the
departed
baby mama
or-
and MacG, they know each other, ne? Because the first thing she said is, "I haven't seen you in a while."
Dog.
Right.
When I heard
He
that,
did that on
he
purpose.
did that deliberately. Yeah, he did. Like it was that valid to say we're thinking.
So I think-
"Motho ang fatela."
I think they.
She's
He
on my
did
side.
that on purpose,
Type
and
of
now
thing.
there's evidence on the podcast.
Yeah.
So I think
1 eternity later.
can we move to BT, BTE,
Oh shit!
BTW.
BTW?
Friend, you see?
Istopile vie.
No, we still headsets.
Kagiso, can you all shit for who's on the outside the fella?
Yeah, I can't do it. Let's check it in.
Guys, it's such a fucking good. Podcast my lawyer. Because every time when we have like the best moments or when we're doing well, no, I
Shit like this happens.
something like this fucking happens.
Yep.
When I'm disturbance nyana yetsa
Kona le vuru shit.
And
And the commissioner la calling Popo the Crocs.
Yo, you trying to careful.
She's got a point. She's got a point. No, she's got a point. You have to put it. She's
No, we're not. You.
no matter. We had a point. We had a point.
But we are
Get
nothing
the
compared to
PTW, no.
that guy, dog.
It doesn't matter, pride. He sees something in us. The devil does not fucking look at you and think you have money until you have it. How?
Friend, please go double check what's going on there. I feel like we're gonna regret this.
It's fine. Go back.
Is it recording? Pick up your
Karen
headset.
out tape.
It's recording.
Pick up your headset so you can
Karen doesn't think you've got
Online.
See the
technical
waves.
Yeah, but
skills.
then don't depend on waves.
Karen doesn't see
Alright,
you.
so we're gonna BTW because this episode has some voodoo in it for whatever
voodoo shit, bullshit in
reason.
it.
I don't even think we need to BTW. Is there anything that you feel like you want to add on for?
I wanted to touch on the Manaka thing.
Okay, Ganaka Manaka.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go.
So I read up on it. You know, I didn't really get to see the actual video where she was just talking about how South African women are getting paid to get foreign national men citizenship. And I think it's something that we've just been struggling with for the longest of fucking time.
Basically saying they cheap.
Sure.
Well, that's as cheap as an understatement. But anyway, we'll come back to that. I'm going to start with how I see it. Like I said, it's something that we've just really been battling with in the country for the longest of time. And I think it just gets worse and worse and worse by like over time, you know? And I think we've gotten to a state or a stage in the country where I don't think they can even manage it anymore. Like now, this is now the officials who we depend on to protect home affairs specifically. So I don't know what your take is.
I think they must just change the law of that you can get citizenship by being married.
Yeah, bro. Like it's being abused.
I think
it's
your marriage
really
must
being
be
abused.
over 5 years for you to qualify for it. You
But
can't
these
be married 6
motherfuckers got
months.
patience, bro.
You can't be married 6
Oh,
months.
these guys have patience,
and then
bro.
get citizenship. You must at least be married for 5 years. Meaning, every year, one week, home affairs or 2 more.
Imagine,
Assign. The next day, I would or 2 more.
saying.
At least
I feel
5
like it
times.
should be- you see that, but I feel like it should be more complicated than that.
It should be more exact.
They will have
And
that
there should be
patience.
3 witnesses that should live within the radius
Yes.
of the community. You must give us your
You know how
residential
they need-
address, and there must be
You're
people
right.
with the residential address around there who
Exactly.
sign for that, because
But you see, the thing
I know
is-
for sure, black people, your neighbors hate you, so they won't lie on your behalf.
No, my man, you know
But
that
money,
idea is
Karen,
giving me money. Ne?
The same thing that is
It's
a
giving me
topic
money.
right now. Money is the problem. That's
me-
why
Because what this
our
person was
women
saying is that
are doing
they
this.
fetch people from impoverished backgrounds
And
or
it's the same thing.
communities. I mean, how can you, Oreki say, you being married for 1,000 rand? Can I go, the girl won't feel 70 rand. I'm the other.
The rest of what was
930 rand.
You know how they can actually solve this thing, ne? The same way when you are out on parole, the prison officials, they can just show up at any time.
Exactly.
They need to find you and your husband in your house.
Exactly. Practically. That's
La ba
exactly
ka
how it should
fihla
be.
ka 1 o'clock ka matha,
Exactly.
or ba fihle ka 2 o'clock. They would need
There
to
should
see
be a
you.
way
The
to work
must
around
get
it, bro.
a unit, a shalo, a long inspector. It's
Exactly.
very steady.
They shouldn't even
Since
like.
Maburu are
They shouldn't even
over
just
it,
show up.
It's possible, because Maburu are running home affairs, you know.
Yeah, I really hope they're gonna
Remember,
fucking come to
Babu,
the
they
party.
like foreign nationals. They've like
Yeah, that's because they
have
can
been
fucking
rooting
exploit
for
them.
foreign nationals because it's cheaper. Labor.
It's cheaper, yeah. They
Nah,
can
but
exploit them.
it's Peter Groenewald that's there by the correctional services.
No, that's
You know-
correctional service. What Home Affairs? He's even not even South African. Was born in Zim.
You know the other. Whoa.
Hey, it's doing.
Mfana, country mfana. Yo. Now we're going to no mfana.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot
I think
going
we should
on.
wrap it up. It's been a great
You know,
episode.
just before it's been a great episode.
Let's go.
I wanted to say with regards to that topic, ne? I grew up Kokasi, seeing Kokasi, where I grew up. There were ladies that were actually recruiting
Sure.
the girls.
Now imagine, this is when you were
There's
growing up.
money, there's people that want marriage. Are you willing? You're gonna get money.
Imagine, this is when
And
you were growing up.
Where
Hona
the
no
problem
mujwa.
it starts with people not having jobs. Because if we had people that have jobs, then people wouldn't be settling for shit.
We will be doing
So
much for money.
the problem needs to be solved from
That's all.
the
top,
many
yeah.
people that are unemployed. And that's where the problem is.
Yeah. It's the same thing. Sorry, before we close. This is another reason why we're having a lot of identity theft. Because identity theft is coming from people who are not national.
It's the same reason
who are
why we
trying
have
to
girls
obviously
that are being kidnapped.
Secure IDs or just identity documents so that they are able to be free in the country. Imagine someone patulity ID. You can't do shit. I saw a video the other day of this girl who was really expressing herself. Young girl. I think she was like 19, 20. She's like, she was telling us that after matric, she could not even, I think she couldn't even apply into varsity. She could not, she was actually pregnant. She couldn't register her child.
Oh.
Bro, there was a lot of fucking shit going
Now your
on,
kids
dog.
are falling into the
Now you're
that's why-
falling, exactly,
I know
bro.
we
It's
said we're
deep.
not gonna talk about. That's why Chidema, they were angry at her. Even though she
Deep, bro. It
wasn't.
goes deeper than just
She didn't steal the
citizenship, dog.
identity, but it's that thing of whoever's identity was stolen, they can't do anything.
They can't do shit.
Bank, when they take out a loan, they take out a loan
Under your
the
name.
person's name. They can't register in either for jobs or financial institutes.
Can't
Like, they can't do
go.
shit.
Nah, you can't do jack. You are
Yeah.
literally an immigrant in your own country.
That's sick, man. All right, Sweet Scott, tell us what you think. It's been a crazy episode. A lot
Sorry,
of
can
ups and a lot of downs, like this one. Yes, you may, my love. Go.
No, I was kidding.
Wow, you hate me. Look, I'm not going to keep it long. I'm going to keep it short and sweet like myself. Perhaps I'm just not sweet. Same time, same place next week. You know what we're going to say. And
We are out of here.